Hello and welcome to From Passion to Profit. Today, we're going to talk about turning your expertise into e-commerce sales. And the reason that I want to keep this conversation in the forefront of your thoughts nowadays is simply because building trust online can be harder than ever. And one of the simplest things that you guys can do to bring additional profits into your business is share the things that you love. Okay. So I'm talking about, topical things for the skin, food swaps, supplements, red light therapy, cold plunge, hot sauna. You guys are so talented, even outside of just the medical realm. You guys actually take the medical realm outside of book knowledge and you put it into the real world through everyday implementation. And whether that looks like getting a lab test if something's feeling off, or starting on a supplement based on those lab test results, or, switching out your face cream from something that messes with your hormones to something that's completely safe and better for your body and the environment. You guys have the rubber hits the road knowledge for making, it's easy for us to preach, right? Oh, don't use phthalates, don't use these fake fragrances. But you guys have actually, on top of your medical expertise, you guys have actually done the work to figure out, okay, do I want to switch from Tide Pods to Branch Basics, right? You've done the work from main drugstore face cream to something that you absolutely love and you trust it does not disrupt your hormones. Why not let all of that extra juicy, yummy knowledge put a little bit more profit, sometimes a lot more profit. We're going to have Dr. Tracy Stroop on today. Okay. We're going to give you real numbers on what she adds to her bottom line every single month from product sales. Okay. But why not put some more profits back into the business while you are preaching your wonderful knowledge in the online space? Okay. I'm talking about offering this in your free content. I'm talking about offering it in any of your free lures. Remember, be careful with those. I want you to have some paid entry-level offers, not just free offers. Please protect yourself. If you do not understand why I'm asking you to do that, I'm going to make sure you guys can reach me whenever you need me. Okay. Please reach out to me and let's just clarify exactly why I want you to do that. But what we're talking about today is an easy way for you to add profits. Okay. You guys have heard me talk to you about lab test funnel. So if you don't already have lab test funnel, you can use that little QR code right there. Lab test funnel is an entry level priced offer, right? So we can be talking about something, symptoms in the body, and then we can say, hey, if you just want to figure out if it's really that or not, why don't you just test? That's an example of lining your pockets based on your education and expertise and experience, right? You had to figure out which lab test was the best one, okay? But that concept is not at all limited to lab tests, okay? I'm very passionate about practitioners having injections of income into their business at every level. One, because it makes you more money, but two, because it sets you up to win with the right kind of prospects, okay? So we're going to get into exactly why that is. Spoiler alert, long story short, if all that you do is ask people to just consume content from you, they soak up all this information with exactly zero implementation. And you are not setting yourself or them up to win, because really when they get into conjunction with you to actually solve their problem, it's a 200% responsibility rule, right? We always talk about 200% responsibility around here. You're 100% responsible for laying the path toward the results that they want. Okay. They are 100% responsible for investing in your care, being compliant, making the lifestyle changes. It's 200%. It doesn't work if only one of you contributes, right? You both have to contribute. So why wouldn't we want to build that relationship in that exact style right from the beginning, right from when they are consuming our content, you guys? Okay. So I'm going to show you an exact way how to do that. But before we do that, I want to walk you through exactly what we're going to cover today. So I want you to know exactly what's on deck. We do not need this. So let me move this out of the way so you can see this bigger. These are all the things we're going to rapid fire cover today. Okay. We're definitely talking about this. We're going to go from passion to profit today, because if you're passionate about a product, whether it's a supplement or a body lotion or a shampoo that's better, then I would like that to add to your profit stream. Okay. So that's how we're going to turn your expertise into e-commerce sales. If you don't know what e-commerce means, that just means selling shit online. It's just another fancy word for that. Okay. We're going to make sure that you understand exactly the kind of money that we're talking about. Okay. So I'm going to pull in a special guest here in just a second. And then we're going to talk with her about how hard that is. Spoiler alert again, it's easy. All right. And then I'm going to show you a way to actually rocket launch this out in the world in real time. Okay. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to get a product recommendation out today in a way that would put profit in your pocket, you will know how to do that by the end of today. Okay. So I'll definitely show you how to do that. And then if you really want to maximize this, I'm going to show you how you can do some follow-up. You can even automate it if you want, okay? So that you can maximize everything that you're doing when you mention a product. Sound good? All right. So that's what we're up to today. I'm going to bring on the beautiful, wonderful, amazing Dr. Tracy Strew. Let me see if I can get her on here. Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's great to be back.
Good. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I really love how easy you and the Get Healthy Store team have made it. Okay. You guys, while I am talking up with her about exactly how easy they made it, because the topic that we're covering today can be really difficult, and it can also completely overwhelm your people. As a matter of fact, it might be worthwhile to share the story of how Get Healthy Store even came to be, right? Because ultimately, the owner of Get Healthy Store was a patient, okay? Just like all of the people that you guys serve, he was a patient. And if I got the story right, Tracy, he was like, went to his practitioner, was like, why are you sending me over here to buy this and over there to buy that and over here and over there and over there? And you guys, that's what happens, right? If we have like an affiliate over here with the sauna place that we love, and then we have an affiliate link over here with a water filter that everybody needs for their shower and a water filter for the counter. Like, if you think about it, we could waste our clients' time. Like, we could waste an entire day of theirs just sending them to this store and that store. And many of them, they have to make a new account, right? They have to make a customer account and a login, and then they forget it and they have to go get all the things, right? Get Healthy Store was created to solve that problem by someone who had that from their own practitioner. It was like, this is crazy. Like, why don't you just make this really, really easy, right? So, Tracy, in order to motivate people to start profiting from the products that they're passionate about, whether that's a topical product or hair product, a house cleaning product, a supplement, a test, it doesn't matter to me. In order to inspire everyone who's considering doing this, because I know they're going to think I'm crazy, I just want you to share with me how much on average you're adding from product sales to your bottom line on a monthly basis.
Yep. Anywhere from 25 to 35,000 on a monthly basis.
Okay. Do you guys know where that comma is? Okay. 25 to 35,000. Okay. That's 25 or 35 with 3 zeros after it. Okay. Not $3,500, not $2,500. She is adding tens of thousands of dollars to her business every single month. If that is something that you want, please let me know that in the chat. Okay. And let me know that by telling me one thing, just one thing that you have looked into and feel is a safer, better, healthier option for your people. Something that you feel like, wow. Like, so for me, one thing I wish everyone would just drop the Tide Pods and switch to like a Branch Basics, right? So they would have like 24/7 less like toxins in their life, right? Because they sleep on their sheets at night and they wear their clothes during the day. So 24 hours a day, bam, one tiny change. That is a small hinge that swings a very big door, okay? So for me, one example would be Branch Basics, okay? Do you guys have Branch Basics in Get Healthy?
Yes, we do. I'm
Oh
sure.
my gosh. Okay. So you guys, there's another. They don't have to go over there and get it. They don't have to have the extra ordering. They're just going to go to your store and they're going to get this one product. I love that. Okay. So if that's something you're interested in, please let us know in the chat. Okay. Now, if $25,000 to $35,000 additional a month is not enough for you, because I know sometimes my healer lovies, I love you guys, okay, but I know you guys have weird like money shit going on in your head. I want to talk about, Tracy, how does it feel to protect your audience from subpar supplements on Amazon, from products that are distracting from their health instead of adding to your health? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel great about that. I don't have any problem directing my entire list of people to the right products, the right amount at the right time. And I think they appreciate it. I mean, we talked about this before. I really appreciate the mindset today of people being completely fine purchasing online. They're used to it. You know, that was like one of the things that came out of the pandemic. You know, they got very savvy on their health. They wanted to go and get products that would help their health. And so they started to search online. That's great. I think what had happened was now they have oodles of products that they're not sure if they're quality, if they know how to use them. And so it's really a disservice just to keep letting people go out into the wild and try to figure this out on their own. So they're coming back to that practitioner channel asking, you know, is this a good product? What do I do with it? How do I take it? So they are buying. It's just a matter of, are they buying from you, or are you allowing the clients that are investing good money with us as the practitioner, just allowing them to go and shop randomly out on, you know, perhaps a big online platform, which nothing against Amazon. I love them for what they do. But we are aware that there's third-party sellers on Amazon that are not the brand, but they disguise themselves like they are the brand. And consumers don't know that. So they're getting products that may not be the actual product, could have been tampered with, may not be, you know, the most recent product. So they could be expired. And there's really nothing that those people can do. So allowing for the Get Healthy platform, you get to choose your catalog. It's not just a general catalog that we tell you, like, here's your product offering, and that's what goes on your store. Each individual practitioner can choose from the product catalog the brands they love, the products within the brands they love, the categories that they love. So if you don't want to have personal care items on your store, you don't have to. I personally like that because people love to shop for, you know, any type of topical creams or, you know, serums for their skin. Excuse me. So all of that's available, and it makes my clients feel safer and me feel better that I have vetted those product lines. I've specifically chosen them myself, and I have built my store based on my brand and my offering. So that's what I really like about it.
Okay, there's something that I think happens when you take the time to cultivate your own little safe shopping environment, which is what I feel like Get Healthy Store gives you guys in an easy way, right? Um, and I want to know if you've had any experiences, Tracy, where someone is watching content. Maybe this is just your free content anywhere. You do tons of free content. You're even generously giving your time to us today. When somebody listens to you and gets a recommendation, has that jump started a conversation that led to more of them sort of coming into your little rabbit hole, you know, like Alice jumping down the rabbit hole and seeing what's going on there in Wonderland? Has that happened for you? Because that's something that I experience all the time. Like, I get, obviously, you guys, I'm on the market helping you guys with health business strategy, but someone will reach out and be like, oh, like, I can't handle, you know, maybe they're on a tech platform that they absolutely hate. And you're like, what do you use? What do you love? Like, you crank out funnels so fast, Joy. What do you use? And then I'll tell them like which one I love via DM or email, however they're reaching out. And then before you know it, I've got a chat going back and forth supporting them. Like, okay, well, what did you hate about it? Or what was going wrong? And just in like having a conversation about the product they asked about, I've had that land clients for me and turn into long-term relationships with people who are still in our mastermind. So is that happening for you in the product recommendation world on the practitioner side?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to be open and willing to have these conversations, right, through DMs. And I think we were more hesitant to have them. Sorry about my dogs. I just have them going off. But there's nothing I can do. My kids they have left the building. Right.
Where's that big guy? The
But
dogs
yeah,
can be the star of the show today.
I think what happens in our space is people will go and shop products on another online platform and then
Yeah,
come into our DMs and say, "Hey, I got this product.
yeah,
What do you think of it?" And
yeah,
number one, if I've never used the product, I can't talk to it or about it. I
yeah,
can
yeah,
only talk to or about products that I have vetted.
yeah.
So second, ethically, we get a little butthurt as practitioners to be like, my gosh, you just shopped around me. But I don't think consumers understand that. I think what they're doing is coming to appointments with us and they're like, oh, okay, Tracy gave me all this knowledge and I'm empowered and I'm going to go get healthy. And they go out and they just find a product that kind of aligns with what I said, although it's not something that I recommend. So
Yeah,
they'll come back to me and I'll be like, oh, I really appreciate that you've gone out and done this research. But in the future, if you go to my store and
yeah,
I give them maybe a persistent discount to keep them interested,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can verify the efficacy of that product because I've seen it work with other people. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. And then
Yes.
third, when it comes to people shopping my store and really trying to be healthy about everything, yes, they know that I'm always out there chatting about something, right? I'm always like, oh, this is happening or this condition and here's what I did or here's a client that had success with this. So I've positioned myself, and this is important, I've positioned myself as an expert within the things that I talk about, right?
Yeah,
So people come to me when it's about health freedom or health in general or peptides. They're like, oh, she knows about these things. So they'll
yeah,
DM me and start asking me questions. And if you're open and willing to answer, because you have the idea in your head that this person's interested and you might be able to give them a product that will help. And if you have your own store, then it's not such of a hassle to be like, here's a link. And then
yeah,
what happens is they want that product or that bundle. Then they'll come back and say, hey, I just wanted you to know I bought the product you told me about 2 months ago and I feel great. Now I want to work on this. Do you have anything for that? And
yeah,
either I'll say, well, that's too big of an issue to talk about with one product. Why don't you schedule
yeah,
a consult?
yeah,
Or I might say, yes, actually, I do. This might be the next product you consider. And they will buy that because I'm recommending it.
yeah,
It's an
exactly.
opinion. So it's important. That relationship part of what we do is really important, where your social media presence is really about them getting to know you and like you and trust you. But the conversations behind that whole presentation is really where, the rubber meets the road and they're willing to convert based on what you say because they already
Yeah,
know, like, trust you. And it's not
yeah.
a sales gimmick. They're going to go buy
No.
it somewhere else. They're going to go
Yeah.
buy it. It's what
Exactly.
asking me. So I have no problem, and I want everybody to hear this. I have no problem saying this to people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really appreciate your message today, and I have given you a lot of my time. I'd appreciate if you bought the product from me. I'm willing to give you a discount, but I would appreciate the purchase. And you know what they say? No problem. Every
yeah,
time. Nobody
yeah,
has ever said to me, no,
yeah.
I'm not buying it from you. And they actually do it. But we have such a thing of like,
Yeah,
we don't want to look like we're selling. We don't want to
yeah,
look like we're asking people to buy. I do. I'm
yeah,
totally going to tell you the ethics of talking to me behind the scenes means if I give you free, valuable information in my time, then I am going to ask for the purchase from me. I'm going to give you a discount, absolutely, but I'm going to
yeah,
ask. And you know what? They're always like, oh my gosh, yeah, send me a link every
yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I don't miss the purchase.
I love it. I love it. And the other thing too is that I think that consumers are more aware now that products that they might start out with, even if they're recommended by you,
Mhm.
get purchased by bigger conglomerates. And sometimes the efficacy goes down because they want to cheapen the ingredients and change the formulation when a new company takes over. And when they purchase things from someone like you, who they trust, oh, this has been vetted, like she's looking into this, they can trust that you're staying on top of those changes in the business because what if they're an expert in finance or they're a teacher or something completely different? They're not staying on top of who's buying this company or that company. And when they notice, and you guys, this is part of what we'll talk about today with the follow-up, is like when something like that happens and your recommendation changes, you don't look wrong by reaching out and saying, "Hey, I used to recommend this, and I want to let you know that for me and my family and all of my patients and clients, I'm switching to this. And here's the breakdown on why. This company was purchased and they went to a cheaper form of magnesium or whatever the issue is." When they start to see that you're not only recommending products, but protecting them from anything in the market that happens, you guys, a sale that might be a $40 or $50 supplement or something, you might make 40% of that, right? So the money might not seem important at the time, but if that is a recurring element that they want in their life all the time, it adds monthly recurring revenue. If there's a change and they see you reaching out to describe why there's a change, you guys, that is them feeling protected by you, and that is bound to lead to other sales, either other sales in the store or them investing and working with you when their health hits a threshold that they're either wanting to excel to the next level or it's dropped down and they're experiencing a problem and they want to get back to feeling like themselves again. So these little sales are doing multiple things, okay? They're training people to not just consume information, but actually do some implementation. And that's going to serve both you and them in the long run for your ongoing relationship. Because let's face it, healing is not like a do me kind of thing, right? It's like they're going to have to do their part. They're going to have to be compliant. They're going to have to invest in what they need. They're going to have to make changes, right? So if you're starting to build that relationship in a way that's like, look, I'll tell you, but if you don't invest, if you don't implement, if you don't take action, then you're not going to get the results that you want. Just holding them accountable in that way builds the relationship for better outcomes from the get-go. Okay. So there's the profits. Yay. I love it. There's building trust faster and relationship faster. Yay. I love it. There's also setting that relationship up to be a winning relationship. Yeah. So the burning question should be, how in the heck do I do this? Like, how hard would it be for me, Joy? So let's say I'm just doing my morning walk and I happen to have a electrolyte in my drink right now. And I want to talk about that while I'm on my morning walk with my community, right? Mm-hmm. Tracy, how long, and you can show screen if you want to show people, grab it. How long does it take you to go into your store and grab a link for any product that's automatically going to equate to sales and land people in your store? Where if they not only want that thing, but they might want other things. How long does that take you?
Literally like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how good my internet is when I'm out walking with my electrolyte drink, right?
Okay. I love it. I love it. And you guys, like your favorite products, you're going to end up using short codes on your phone. Okay. Here's a little marketing life hack for you. You're going to go into your iPhone and you're going to do your short codes, and you're going to have short codes for your top 10 products or suggestions that you want to make so that you can test this in a rapid fire way that gets some money coming in at a clip that's fast enough to motivate you to keep having these financial wins again and again and again. Okay. So it takes you a few seconds to grab the link, and then you're doing your walk and you're sharing your drink and somebody DMs you. What can we do in that DM, Tracy, to move them towards even more than that product sale? Do you have like a sell by chat strategy that you use or anything like that that moves them from that initial product sale up your offer ladder?
I really wish I did, but I just normally just talk to people and try to figure out how they want to participate with me. And I think that's what people are looking for is options. You know, my big thing is not everybody wants to do a consult, or do they need it? They may have been down, maybe they're a health guru already and they just were like, oh, dang, I want the product Tracy has, you know, and that's what they want. But then they may want to learn more about something else so I can direct them to my courses, or they may actually want to have their blood work looked at. I can direct them to my quick assessment. So there's different things that I do in discovery. Having that chat would be helpful, but it's usually just me going down the path of discovery and kind of doing it myself. But it is the best option to have ways to allow people to choose their way of participating. That's what I think. You know, exactly. They like to relate, so that's what I like to do.
Now, Tracy's been at this so long that she can probably have really natural sales conversations in her DMs regarding a product. But if you need access to having those conversations and you haven't done it before, just DM me and ask me about Simple Social School. Okay. So, Simple Social School teaches practitioners not only how to show up on social in a way that is profitable and builds trust and it's highly professional, but it trains you how to do sell by chat. So, if they're reaching out about a product, how do I ask them a question that lets us move forward and see what's going on and what they really need? Like I said, Tracy's probably just naturally good at it because she's a natural salesperson. Okay. But if that's not you, it is a relatively formulaic conversation that you could do 5, 10, 15 times. And once you did that, once you got the hang of that conversation and how to pull out of people what's going on and what's bothering them, you would definitely switch into that mode of just being naturally good at it too. But if you've never done it before, it feels really clumsy and foreign. Okay. So I'm just honoring here that Tracy has some skills that we might not all have. So if you need support with your sell by chat conversations, DM me Simple Social School and I'll send you all the details on how to get really good about that. Okay. So you can pick a symphony of products, I'm sure that you could talk about. It takes you about 5 seconds to grab a link. Okay. So, how about, Tracy, if we walk people through a really quick way to rapid fire test products and get the experience in their body, in their social media feed, in their reality for how they could make a simple suggestion. So let's pick anything from your store, any item from your store that you'd recommend that you think would be good for people. And then I'm literally going to show them how to do it like on the fly.
All right, real simple. Let's just go with GHKCU cream.
Okay, GHKCU cream. And what would be the benefits of this GHC cream?
Skin integrity, collagen formation. Basically, it's a topical cream that you can use every day. It's called the Beauty Peptide. So,
Okay.
A, peptide, so it's a hot trending topic. B,
Okay.
it's not invasive, it's not a supplement. And C, it's something that I think every woman loves and needs.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you. So that would be her little pitch. We're going to pretend that she just gave us a little video. Okay. And I am actually going to show you how you could do a test that would only last for 24 hours on your social. So if it's some of these are going to be winning suggestions and some of them our audience isn't going to respond to, but I'm going to show you how to test this really, really fast. Okay. And all you would need to do, let's make sure I can get you on here. Okay, here we go. So we would go into our Instagram and we would hit our plus button and we would do a story. Okay, so let's pretend I'm Tracy and I just said that super smart thing about the peptide cream. Okay, so I do my little video about the peptide cream and I big it up and I tell people, listen, you can hook it up over at my store and I even give you a code so you can get 10% off, 15% off, whatever they want. Okay, so we make our little video. Okay, and then I'm just going to pretend this is, okay, so now we're going to say done. I'm going to pretend that this is a video. This is just me talking to my audience this morning. Okay, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to click the little sticker button at the top. Okay, and I'm going to choose the one that says link. Okay, it's the third row up from the bottom right here, link. And when I click that little button, right here where it says URL at the top, I know it's very faint, so you guys might not be able to see it, but basically Instagram is asking me for the URL where I would like to send people. Okay. Well, we already know that Tracy told us it takes her 3 seconds to grab the link from her store. Okay. So she would just kind of go over here and then she would go to her store on Chrome or whatever she wants. She would grab the link from the browser. Then she comes back into her Instagram. She pastes the link right here. Okay. So I'll just put any old link in here. Bill. Okay. And I have to put one in there for you guys to see. So let me just grab a link. Okay. Let's see this one. Let me see. I just need a link that we can use. Oh, I'll just put any link I want. I'll just go to my website, www.heal@scale.com. But obviously, you guys would be putting in the link to your store, okay? And then I get to say whatever I want for that link to go to. So I could say, like, get the peptide cream. And oops, I need to say, I like the peptude. It's like peptides with attitude. Okay, get the peptide. I have fat thumb syndrome or something today. Okay, the peptide cream. And then if I was going to give a discount, I could say save whatever, 20%, whatever I'm giving them off in this promo day. Does that make sense? Then I would go number, save 20%. Okay, now here's what's going to happen. Done. Now that cream is that my link is going to be right there to take them off Instagram. Now I'm going to go ahead and type whatever I want. My beauty secret. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. So now I'm going to, this is taking me what? Like not even 5 minutes, you guys. Okay. So I put the title on there. I put my link on there. When people click that link, it's going to take them off of Instagram over to my store where they can buy the product. Okay. Now I'm not going to publish this because this isn't really going to a peptide cream. It's going to my website. Okay. So I just wanted to show you exactly how to do that. Now, if you're not already aware, your Instagram story only lasts how long? 24 hours. 24 hours. Okay. So if you're like, okay, well, I don't know if this is going to be hit or miss with my people, but you want to test it out, you could put one of those out maybe every other day, right? My rule is like post a sale, post something to a sale, post something to a sale. And that can show up in all different formats, stories, links, posts, going live, doesn't matter. But I like to keep a cadence. So I'm always keeping money flowing in because I'm always recommending something or my service or book a call with me, all those different things. So let's say we put that one out for 24 hours. And the next day when we come in, we're like, holy cow, look how many people bought that in my store. That's awesome. Now I want it to go beyond 24 hours. Okay. If it is a winner and we want it to go beyond 24 hours, we can simply save that story as a highlight. And now it's going to be available in our highlights and it'll be available all the time. So I recommend that you actually have one of your highlights. Okay. And if you guys are, I know not everybody is like an Instagram monster. Okay. So let me just show you where they are to make sure you're clear. Okay. Your Instagram highlights are right here. Okay, right here. So I recommend that you have recos, right? Like I recommend that recos is one of your things, okay? And then if that one popped off and you had a winner, then you're going to go ahead and add that reco to your highlight. And if it was a bomb and people were like, meh, not so much, then you could try that one later with a different hook and a different idea, and we could see if it lands in a different way. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that gives you a surefire way to just test what Tracy and I are talking about. Okay, so we know if you already have a Get Healthy store, we know it only takes you 3 seconds to go in and grab your link and do your little story post, right? I did that story post with you guys live here on Instagram. Like, if it's easy for me to do while I'm also hosting this with you guys, I know that you guys could take a minute to do that, even if you're walking the dog. Okay. So I want you to have a 24-hour fail-safe way of being able to test what we're talking about today. Okay. So you would grab your Get Healthy store link. You would share what it is that you're loving. And you guys, it could be anything. Oh, this mug is so amazing and it keeps my coffee hot for half an hour. I don't care. I just want you to try it. I want you to get in the hang of understanding 2 things. One, if people are loving your content, they will trust the recommendations that you have. Okay. You guys, I will get I changed to a new Ilia lipstick. And I literally had people DMing me asking me what shade my lipstick was, right? And I actually do have an affiliate account for Ilia. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, why not? Okay. Oh, you love it? Here's what I love about it. It doesn't have anything in it. And they have a whole product line, right? So
Can I say something there?
Yeah, please.
So one of the things that I think the advantage of having a Get Healthy store is, so for example, today I just did a podcast with Resbiotic right before I got on. Learned a bunch about the product, like a bunch. I have 2 clients that in my head during that podcast, I was like, they need this. And instead of going and signing up for a wholesale account, which I did, and then waiting for approval, and then waiting for my affiliate, and then going and sign up for the affiliate, I went to my Get Healthy store. I added Resbiotic to my store. And within 10 seconds, I sent both of those clients the link and they both bought. So there was no waiting for all of this. That's other beauty of having a catalog at your fingertips that
Yeah.
is loaded with these products. Like, you don't have to wait. Not that you shouldn't get a wholesale account with brands, of course you can, but I didn't have to wait for an affiliate link, which a lot of brands
Yeah.
do, and the approval of it, and then go in there and put my payment gateway in, or how am I receiving
Yeah.
funds, and it's like, oh my gosh, on all of that. So with the
Yeah.
Get Healthy store, I just went to my catalog, I searched by brand, found it, boom, 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 added all 3 products. It took about 10 seconds. Now they're available on the front of my store, and I sent the link to 2 different people. So that's
And you can do a story in 2 minutes to recommend that product and put a link on your story, and then you can save it to your highlights, and it'll be there forever.
Yeah, I'm excited about it right now, right? I don't want to wait for all this approval stuff because I'm going to lose my
Yeah.
vibe. That's the thing with practitioners. Like, we're fast moving,
Yeah.
and the
Well, health
tech
entrepreneurs, I will say, health entrepreneurs are
entrepreneurs, yeah.
definitely fast movers.
I come up with an idea and I'm on a chat with my team being like, here's what I want to do. These are the products that I want, blah, blah, blah. And my team is like in motion. So with other things, if you have to wait for anything, the momentum's gone and you're going to lose the sale. Like, that's the end of it. So I always tell people, I'm not better than people. I'm not smarter than people. I am faster than people. So
Yep.
be fast. Don't think, don't hesitate. Don't get on 4 calls and map out a whiteboard.
Yes,
Just do it.
exactly. Progress, not perfection, right? We say in our mastermind, version 1 is better than version none, right? Because if you get version 1 out and people are like, oh wow, hey, okay, then there's some like money coming in. You're going to be motivated to get version 2 out and then suggest the next product. Like, money loves speed, you guys. Money loves momentum. And if you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs waiting, like, it's not going to happen for you, okay? But Tracy and I want you guys to experience this, okay? Us chatting at you doesn't do anything for your business, okay? What will actually move the needle is you taking the ball, now that it's in your court, and smacking it back to us and letting us know, well, what was that like for you, okay? Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't already have a Get Healthy store, so that means I would have to wait. I would have to submit as an affiliate for all the different products that I love, and I get my answers back and all of that. Then I say stand on our shoulders and just use the QR code below and get a walkthrough of this and see how easy it is. Like, it was unbelievable for me how easy this is, you guys. So I want you to get a walkthrough. This is not an AI bot. This is not a number that you're going to sit on hold. Okay. This is your chance to make an appointment and with a real flipping human actually go through the process and see how easy this can be for you. The other thing that she said that I don't want to step over in case you're not familiar, like, what is she talking about? Why would I have to wait to get an affiliate account? You guys, some brands are just like, hey, anybody can promote my stuff, right? Other brands want to look at you. They might want to know how many followers do you have, and this and this and this and this, right? And it can take days, weeks, even months for you to get approved for things. And what she's saying when you don't have to wait to get approved as an affiliate is basically Get Healthy Store has already gone out and they've gone to brands that, you guys, it's really hard to get outside of, their world. Like, for example, Cellcore, really hard to get Cellcore outside of like the Cellcore world, but they went and they made that relationship for all of us. So red light therapy, sauna, topical things, skincare, pet lines, they've gone out on all of our behalf and they pre-set up those relationships so that we don't have to individually go hunt them down. And yet we sit on the profitable side, we get all of the benefits from them having gone out and sought out and shook hands and followed up and made those relationships. So you don't have to, okay? So there's the massive savings of not having to pay to set up your own e-commerce store, okay? If you don't know what that is, go spend 5 minutes with ChatGPT and ask, how much would it cost someone to set up my entire Shopify store? And you're going to be a little intimidated by that price tag. I guarantee it, because I've helped so many big name brands do that. And it is literally a multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in investment when it's done right, okay? You skip all of that and you just drop into a network that has basically said, hey, what if we went through the massive expense of building out an e-commerce store that's practitioner friendly, that has all the bells and whistles that practitioners need, that can upsell or downsell or even have script functionality. They just went, hey, let's build us our own unique little playground of e-commerce that is health and wellness specific. Okay. So you're skipping all the affiliate relationship setup. You're skipping the e-commerce store setup. Now, obviously you get to pick your products, but you don't go doing the, like let's say that there was a supplement that you love. You're not responsible for taking the photos of it and making sure it looks pretty in your store. Like along with those relationships, they already snagged from all those brands the right promotional photos for those products. So everything just looks pro and chill and like, like you spent tons of time making it, but it was all done for this entire community of health and wellness practitioners. So that's what's on deck for you. If you take a tour of Get Healthy Store and get your product set up, you're going to skip all the building time. You're going to skip the affiliate relationships, and you're going to go straight to being 3 seconds away from grabbing the link of anything in your store and promoting it whenever your little heart desires on any platform that your heart desires. All right. Tracy, did I skip anything about Get Healthy Store in terms of benefits to the community? That we didn't cover. Oh, you know what? How quick you got like the coupon code set up. I feel like that you guys can do the coupon or the discount when you want. Can you speak to that? Because I don't have experience with that particular aspect, but I think that really motivates the sale. Because you guys, if you don't know, in marketing, we need to create a little bit of healthy pressure, right? Like when we're dancing with someone, we need pressure. Like if we were a wet noodle, nobody could lead us. We couldn't dance. Marketing is the same. And the ways that we can create scarcity are via time or limited supply or, ability. So anytime that you can lean into something like a coupon code that's only good for that day or that week or whatever, you're going to create that nice, healthy pressure that we need in marketing between ourselves and our prospects. So could you just explain how simple that piece is, hun? Because I think that's a good motivator on the marketing side.
Yeah, absolutely. Coupons, they motivate people, like you said, for that limited time offer. They also make people feel special. So you want to use them appropriately, not just like passing out them like Christmas cards. They're reserved for the people that are, as you said, participating with you. That way, as you said before in the last live stream that we did, we want engaged people that participate in their health. And, I want to reward those people. I mean, obviously, if they're going to watch my story, click that link and take action, then I want to make sure that I reward them so that I do give them a reason to keep going through that funnel. And coupons are an easy way to do it. Plus, I think it's more expected in the industry that if you're going to talk about a product, you want to put out a coupon. So those are available.
She's right though, you guys, just for that time or just for that day, because you guys want to be like more Tiffany's than Target when it comes to your brand strategy. Okay.
It really depends. Like for me, Joy, with the content that I'm putting out, like for my podcast, I might be talking about a specific health topic and a product that relates to it. I might leave that coupon open for my new listeners that are coming in.
Yeah.
They're catching up. But on a story that you have 24 hours, it's okay to say, hey guys, I've set this coupon up just for the people that catch the story. Not everybody's going to see it. So if you did, this is probably your sign to hit that link and go check out the product because someone's telling you you need it. And don't forget to use that code. Like you have to tell them too, because I can't tell you how many times people will click the link and be like, oh, the coupon didn't apply. Although I sent, typed, texted, had a parade about how to use the coupon, sometimes they miss it. So don't think that you're overdoing the instruction of how to participate and get success from the coupon. But yeah, I agree. Limited time.
Yeah.
Make sure the coupon is obvious. Make sure you say it in your video.
Yeah.
Just for you for 25 hours, use GHKCU20, get 20% off the product. Go hit that link and don't forget to apply the coupon at checkout. Like I say it, and that way that usually tends towards success. So,
yeah. I have a question here that I want to make sure that we answer, because maybe, again, everybody might not be completely aware with the affiliate relationship concept and what it means to go apply and get approved and all of that. And if you're absolutely new to online marketing, you're like, what is an affiliate? It's just you getting a little commission, like a little slice of the pie, because brands realize that on average, customer acquisition can cost 30% of the offer or product. And so instead of having to pay that in marketing fees, they're like, hey, what if we just leaned into people that others already trust, and then we just let them have a little slice of the pie? That's the whole concept of an affiliate. And typically we have to jump through hoops and we have to apply and we have to qualify. But yes, Kimberly, you're absolutely right. You're bypassing the affiliate process, but you still, when you grab the link to use on social or emails or whatever, you're just grabbing the link from your own Get Healthy store. You just didn't have to go through a separate setup of your own affiliate account, because Get Healthy store is already done at, like, just think of it like they've done it for the whole community. They've gone and set up those affiliate relationships like on all of our behalf. And then if you use a Get Healthy store, then you're already in the club, right? That's kind of how I think about it.
Right. If they're Gen X, they'll understand we're like the J.C. Penney catalog at Christmas. Like, that's really what we are across 8 different wellness categories. You can find everything in our catalog with the best brands, from saunas to water filters to air purifiers to personal care items, food, Paleo Valley bars, like, and also supplements. So we carry about 350 brands and over 10,000 SKUs that you can choose from. And we itemize it easily by brand. So you can start with the brands you use and love and know the most. And then if you want to discover new brands, you can watch our webinars. You can go into our Get Healthy EDU and see all the past webinars with brands and maybe learn something new without having to go do that personal discovery out on the internet. And then we always encourage you to sign up with the brand for wholesale, but that discovery process takes time. So if you have a catalog list in the back of your Get Healthy store, they can be like, oh, what's this brand? Oh, what's this brand? And then you can pull up the whole catalog of that brand and go through the products and learn about the raw ingredients and everything else. That's what we've itemized for you. So we've kind of collectively pulled this catalog together that you can just, like Christmas, just go through and circle everything you want and put it on your store. You know, I ended up circling the whole catalog, and not just in the supplement realm. So the affiliates, if you have them, we're not saying that you can't keep those relationships. Mm-hmm. What we're trying to do is make the experience both easy for you as the practitioner and easy for your patients and clients who may be sick, who may not have the mental capacity to just deal with all of that. Plus, what is the shipping cost on each affiliate that they're going to? Yeah. You know, if they have to order those things. At Get Healthy, we cover that shipping. We work it into the price point so that they can be offered free shipping on Blue Label products. So all of this stuff matters when you're looking at competition against these big online platforms that do it really well, market really well, and they don't care about selling to your clients. That is their number one goal, is to sell to your health educated people. Exactly. That you educated. So we at Get Healthy, and I know Joy at Healed Scale, we are trying to keep the ambassadors of health at the forefront of benefiting from everything you're pouring into your people. Everything that you're pouring into your clients and patients, we want you to benefit from. So we're very protective of our practitioners, just like Joy is.
Yeah, I love it. And you guys, what I really love too is, and Tracy's setting this up for her own funnel, it even beyond products, like if there's something that you want to talk about, a particular symptom, and you want to say to people, oh, hey, you know what? If you're experiencing this and you've been experiencing it for a while, it might be time to check your hormones. It might be time for a stool test. It might be time to look at your thyroid, whatever your topic is about. Then you can use that lab test funnel concept that we love, where we're like, oh, and you can use it just like a supplement or a product recommendation or a skin cream recommendation. You can say, hey, if this is bothering you, I can get you access to the test that I trust. And you can have the test available through your Get Healthy store. So in other words, you can do all the marketing that we teach you the way we teach you to do it, with the lab test funnel, which just helps you filter for freebie seekers, like any of the sales that we're talking about today, helps you filter for freebie seekers. Okay. And you guys, that has an algorithmic advantage too, because when the algorithm starts seeing you interacting with people going and doing e-commerce sales and going and checking out, then it's going to be more likely to bring you people who shop online instead of just bring you people who consume free content online, which is great and all. But isn't it nice when we actually interact with people who actually want to invest in their health and not just consume endless information and not do anything about it? Okay. So if labs are one of those upfront things that you want to offer, definitely check out Lab Test Funnel. That's the easy way to get all the marketing and communication done around the lab conversations. That is one of the best performing funnels this year, and it's changing the quality of the followers and the email list of all of the practitioners in my mastermind, because they're breaking the freebie cycle, right? Instead of just information, they interject, well, hey, just stop waiting and sitting on your butt, just do something about it. So it works with lab tests just the way that it works with like products that we've been talking about today. Okay. So excellent combination, trifecta for you. If you want to include labs along with products, you want to set up your Get Healthy store. That's an easy way for them to check out for products or labs. And if you're deciding that you want to offer labs as one of the upfront things, make sure that you set up an Avexia account that's separate from your clinic account. I like it to be completely separate, right? So my in-person clinics that are under my medical license, we put those people under one account, and then we open ourselves a nice, clean, separate Avexia account, and we only let people order through a signing physician. So those are not on ours. Okay. So if you're going to include labs as one of the products, that's a product, right? It's something that you can sell. It's something you can make a markup fee on. It's called an education and resource fee, right? Because we can't just technically mark them up. We have to add the education and resources. But that lab test funnel, this one shows you exactly how to do that. How do you do it so that you're covered to be providing education and resources and there's zero doubt about it? Okay, that's important, because in many states, like where I live in California, you can't look up the lab test. You actually have to provide an education and resources or do a consult in order to add on top of the lab. So this walks you through exactly how to do that. Okay. So that's a good trifecta for you guys, is like set up your store. Okay. And then use upfront labs or product sales. So if you want to include labs, that's that one. And if you are including labs, my recommendation is that you set up a completely separate Avexia account and all those orders go through a signing physician. So you just keep it nice and clean. Okay. If you haven't heard my talk with Lisa Frawley, attorney and health coach who's been in the online offers health space for over a decade, she's amazing. She has her and I have a very clear brick wall conversation about keeping those separate. All right. So I'm going to leave this one up here to make sure that you guys have this. Tracy, thank you so much for being willing to motivate everybody else by sharing that on average you're getting $25,000 to $35,000 extra from product sales. I think that us having this conversation together publicly, instead of you guys being intimidated by money conversations and shying away from all these wonderful profit streams that can drastically change your life, you guys, $25,000 or $35,000, like, hi, that's massive. That is like a house payment in a whole other state or country that you might want to live in. So like, this is not peanuts that we're talking about. And nobody deserves profit boosters more than health professionals. You guys help us, all the rest of humanity, keep our health. And without that, it's the only thing we care about. It's the only thing that we want or need. So in my book, you guys deserve higher profits more than any other profession that I can think of. So this is an easy way for you to take advantage. And Tracy, anything else they need to know about when they scan this code and book with you guys?
No, they'll get a demo with a real person. So have your business questions ready. I mean, they will show you through the features and functions, the front end, which is your full store, the back end, which is your scripting tool and dispensary. I mean, there's so much that we offer through our technology that we offer you a person as well to handhold you to get to know this technology well. I understand we don't love learning new things because we get a lot of things going on, but we try to make it as easy as possible and implement things that are the most useful for your clinical practice. And there are a few questions, if I can take a minute whenever you
Yeah,
want to.
let's pop them up. Let me hide this one. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna move this over here. So anybody who last minute still needs to get that set up, and then we can pull them on over here. Okay, great. Let me see. Okay, what's the turnaround time to build the store after payment?
We send a series of emails. There's normally about 4 or 5 that requires just a few things from you. One, you make your subscription payment depending on which level of store you want. Everything we talked about here is available at the base minimum subscription level, so you can start there. Then we ask you to upload your brands, colors, pick the name of your store, Dr. Smith, whatever you want it to be. And then you're going to pick your products to add to from the catalog to your store. You can always add more and subtract more later. This just gets you started. And then you will receive back an email that says your store is ready. You log in, you sign your Stripe account, you make sure that your bank account is uploaded so we can pay you, because we do that. And then you are ready to go. Your URL, I would suggest then connect it to your main website where people find out all about you. So drsmith.com, we would be that little wellness store tab or shop tab that you would take the URL that you chose and put there behind the scenes, so that when people click that, it takes them right to your store. Then you're going to get on a call with your account manager, and they're going to teach you how to use front end, back end, and all the bells and whistles. Super easy. So about 5 days tops, you will be up, functioning, and ready to sell.
All right, 5 days tops. Before we move on to this one, let's do this one. What's the monthly cost when we're at the starter level account?
Yeah, starter level starts at $99 and we cap at $347. So
Yeah.
highest you'll pay per month is $347, which
I love it.
with Shopify and all the plugins, you'll pay equivalent to that or more.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And if you're adding $35,000 a month through that lane, you guys, then, getting to that kind of volume, that's a very reasonable fee for sure. Obi has a question of what are we talking about by practitioner? Okay. Because I know our audience, Tracy, just so you're familiar, is we have everybody from like health coaches who graduated from like an FDN, an IIN kind of thing, nutritionists, dietitians, even some fitness people. So we have all the way up to our multiple MD PhDs who have so much alphabet behind their name that, I want to make a little alphabet soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healthcare professional in the space of taking care of people's health in some way, shape, or form, that you can provide us a certificate, designation, degree, diploma, or you can also provide us a website. So just someone in the healthcare space. We love personal trainers. We love FDNs. We love health coaches. You all need a way to get products that you recommend into people's hands. So not hard to qualify.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then here's one from Win Miranda. Can you sell to friends and family that's not your patient? You guys, spoiler alert, I just told you to put it on Instagram. It's like, kind of means, yeah.
Everybody. You can sell to everybody, which is different than everybody. It's everybody, right?
Everybody.
So you can sell to whomever you want. Friends and family, you can actually set them up with an account and give them a discount if you want to, up to 20%. So that's really nice. So if you want to be nice to your family, if you don't like your family, you don't have to do that. But anyone can shop your store. They do not need to have an account. They can shop it just like a guest. So that's really up to you, who you want to give discounts to, friends, families, or foes. And anyone can shop with you.
I love it. All right. I have to hop on at 11 o'clock, or I can hang out and pick Tracy's brain forever. Big love to you guys. Tracy, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being willing to show off that it is possible to add income without stacking and stacking and stacking more one-on-one client time. There should be lots of wide open money doors in your business that are open and ready to receive income, because nobody deserves it more than you guys. We will be back with Tracy and helping you add income to your business model in multiple ways, shapes, and forms. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. Okay, so first and third Tuesday, we are here to kick your butt to earn more money, because you're worth it. And we believe that, even if you don't believe it yet, we're going to hold a candle that's going to happen for you. And we're going to continue to put easy pathways to make that happen, so that you don't have to stress about it.